Hello, and welcome to Coca-Cola of Northern New England's Recycling Education Program.
CCNNE is an independent franchise from Coca-Cola. Our corporate office is located in Bedford, New Hampshire, and our bottling production center is located in Londonderry, New Hampshire. We are renowned for our commitment to recycling our waste and providing it to other companies so it can be repurposed and reused. For more information, visit our website at www.ccnne.com.
Our Londonderry production center is where all of our drinks get bottled. We receive 6,000 trucks of material shipped to the plant every year. That material could include syrups or sugars for our beverages or packaging material. 95% of all that material gets recycled. We ship 26 million cases of finished goods to 7 northeastern states each year. Only one solid waste dumpster is generated 8 times every year. On July 18th of 2016, the facility will be installing a compactor to take care of that solid waste dumpster. That solid waste will be sent to a trash-to-energy plant, which will make the LPC landfill-free. Quite an amazing task considering how big of a production center it is. CCNNE has been using plastic trays and pallets for about 17 years, not only because they are a stronger and more durable option, but also because they are more sustainable. A plastic tray or pallet could theoretically be used forever, while a cardboard or oak tray or pallet has a limited use. At the end of that use, it often ends up in landfills. Since CCNNE has been using these plastic trays and pallets, they have prevented 300,000 oak trees from being cut down to be made into oak pallets. They have also avoided the use of 154 million pounds of cardboard. Plastic bags have become very controversial over the years. Many people are against them because they are worried that they will float into oceans or other environments where animals could mistake them as food. Most traditional recycling programs can't collect them because they would get stuck in the recycling machinery. However, there is an important use for them. Trex Decking is a company that collects plastic bag and other plastic bag-like material and transforms it into decks. All shrink wrap that is used at CCNNE is collected, baled, and sent to Trex Decking. Plastic bags are really not that bad. You just need to understand how to recycle them. Even though you can't place them in your recycling bin, you can still bring them back to the grocery store. Most grocery stores have drop-off locations like this, where you can bring back all your plastic bag and other type of plastic bag material. This could include sandwich bags, cling wrap, plastic wrappings, Ziploc bags, cereal bags, bread bags, and bubble wraps. None of that type of lightweight plastic has to go in the trash. You can bring it right back to the grocery store.
Although Coca-Cola of Northern New England does not use cardboard pallets, they do produce some cardboard waste. All of CCNNE's cardboard waste gets collected and sent to the Kraft Family Paper Mill, where it can be repurposed into different cardboard and paper products.
Many coolers have plastic glides to hold drinks. These glides can sometimes break. If so, they are sent to Casella for processing. Even something as small as plastic strapping can get recycled. Plastic strapping like this is often used to hold freight packages together as they get shipped to the Londonderry production center. Casella can collect, recycle, and process these the same way they process the cooler glides. Casella is a recycling company that collects curbside waste from households and waste from different companies to turn it into new resources. Their zero-sort recycling system makes recycling easier because you are able to put all of your recyclables in one bin instead of separating them. This helps more materials get back into the world and less into landfills. They believe in giving resources a new life. UltrePET is a company in New York that recycles and processes PET plastic. The end product is a plastic resin that can be sold to other companies to make into new products. UltrePET will receive different types of PET plastic and chop it up in their high-tech machinery so it will look like this. Next, that plastic will get processed and cleaned, and it will look like this. This is the products that they will sell to other companies who can process it further into new items. An important thing to remember when you recycle your PET plastic containers is to keep the caps on. You just learned how plastic is shredded up before it was recycled. Once it is shredded up, it gets cleaned. The caps are made from a different type of plastic than the bottle, so during that cleaning process, the caps will float on top of the bottles. There, they can get scraped off and collected to be made into new caps. If you don't keep the caps on the bottle, they will get lost in the trash. This is a picture of waste from UltrePET that could not be processed and recycled. It will be sent to a landfill. You can see that there are many plastic caps in this bucket of waste, probably because they were not kept on their original containers. Does anyone have a guess what these are? Some common guesses are test tubes and flashlights, but believe it or not, those are actually a future plastic bottle. They are called Preforms, and the Londonderry production center receives shipments of them from Virginia. It is much easier to ship one truck of 10,000 Preforms than 10 trucks of 10,000 plastic bottles, for example. Using Preforms increases efficiency by decreasing the pollution caused by burning diesel fuel that would normally be required to ship all those plastic bottles. They become bottles back at the Londonderry Production Center using the blow molder. The blow molder is capable of converting 960 Preforms every minute into 20-ounce plastic bottles. These animations show how the process happens.
Take a minute and think about all of these products. Ask yourself what these products might have in common. Believe it or not, all these products are made from recycled PET plastic.
Companies buy a plastic resin from a company such as UltrePET. That plastic resin could be melted down and stretched out until it is very, very thin, like this black material. Next, it gets crimped, so it becomes very fuzzy like this gray material. It feels just like petting a sheep. Just like wool, that fuzzy gray material can be woven into a thread and used to make different textiles, like clothing and fabric. Foss Manufacturing, located in Hampton, New Hampshire, uses this process to make their fabric. They produce 1 million square yards of fabric weekly from recycled plastic material. Unfortunately, they have to buy 70% of their material overseas because there is not enough available in this country. It's not available in this country because people aren't recycling enough. That's why it's so important to recycle all types of containers to keep companies like this in business. Polartec is a company located in Lawrence, Massachusetts and Hudson, New Hampshire. They make 50% of their products from recycled PET plastic. They make all the fabric for North Face and Patagonia worldwide. Vermont teddy bear will never stuff their bears with cotton. They only stuff their bears with this fuzzy material made from recycled PET plastic because they believe it is the best choice for kids. PET plastic is antibacterial, so germs hate it. That means that you can bring your bear to a germy environment like a school, or you could even wash it and it won't grow mold or get dirty. This is the same reason why food companies use #1 PET plastic to make their containers. Your food will stay fresher longer in a PET plastic container. One of the greatest things about all the companies that CCNNE works with is that they're all local. Our bottling production center is located in Londonderry, New Hampshire. Just 40 miles away in Hampton, New Hampshire is Foss Manufacturing. Polartec is located in Hudson, New Hampshire and Lawrence, Massachusetts. Both of those companies use our recycled plastic to make their fabric. Casella is located in Scarborough, Maine. Vermont Teddy Bear uses our plastic to stuff their bears. UltrePET is located in Albany, New York. Trex Decking is located in Pennsylvania and Virginia and uses our shrink wrap to make their decks. Rand Whitney collects our cardboard and is located in Connecticut. All of these companies provide thousands of local manufacturing jobs. So in a way, when you recycle, you're helping the economy and helping these companies stay in business. Hopefully now you're starting to see why recycling plastic is so important. But an important thing to remember is not to stop at plastic bottles. Here are a few examples of other types of PET plastic. These items are made of the exact same plastic as plastic bottles, yet they don't get recycled nearly as often as plastic bottles do. Some people think that because they have food in them and they're dirty, you can't recycle them. But that's not true. You don't need to waste energy washing out a container that looks like this. When you're done with this container, all you should do is let your dog have fun with it. After that, you can put it right in the recycling bin as is.
We just learned all about what PET plastic can become. So now it's time to learn about other different types of plastics. Another type of plastic is HDPE. A lot of people assume that they can't recycle this because of the chemicals in these types of containers. But if you think about it, you wash these chemicals down your drain, so why wouldn't you be able to recycle them?
HDPE plastic can be chopped up and processed in a similar way to PET plastic. Once it is processed, it can be turned into this black construction material. We like to call it Big People's Legos. These Big People's Legos are made up entirely of laundry soap jugs and shampoo bottles. A company in New Jersey called Axion International took the Big People's Legos and made an entire bridge in York, Maine. This bridge is strong enough to hold a 60-ton tank, but believe it or not, that's a feather compared to the trains that can go over this bridge every day. These bridges are strong and durable and have a zero maintenance budget. Thank you for listening, and we hope you learned a lot about recycling and sustainability. The following sources were used for photos and other information in this video series.